a massive amount of money to see CAITLIN Clark play ball. And some of these ticket prices for these games against the Sky and the Wings are pretty unbelievable and pretty eye-opening.
Every time CAITLIN Clark steps onto the court, tickets that used to cost just a few dollars suddenly soar in price, yet fans are still scrambling to buy them. Would you be willing to spend over $3,000 to attend a basketball game? It might sound absurd, but for Clark, it's becoming a reality. So what makes her so appealing? Is it her stunning physical prowess as a WNBA rookie? Or is there something deeper at play? Something subtly changing the league, like Clark's ability to raise ticket prices? One of these athletes is a money-making machine, drawing national attention every time she takes the stage. The other, a drama magnet, generating more headlines than highlights. If you stick with this video until the end, you'll understand why not everyone can snag a seat when CAITLIN Clark is in the building. Meanwhile, ANGEL REESE is still struggling to convince people to even turn on their TVs to watch her play.
There's some ticket prices from August 22nd against the Minnesota Lynx that the prices are pretty eye-opening. Keep in mind, the closer we get to these games, the higher the prices are going to go up.
When late August game ticket prices are already through the roof, it's not just about the cost. It's a clear sign of a growing social trend. CAITLIN Clark isn't just a talented athlete. She's becoming a rising market force. People are unwilling to miss the chance to witness history unfold in real time, as shown by the steep spike in ticket prices for the Indiana Fever versus Minnesota Lynx game. Even opposing teams are cashing in on Clark's ability to turn every arena into a sellout stage. Their home games are selling out, even when their own stars aren't the main draw. These days, basketball has become secondary to the economics of celebrity.
A massive amounts of money above the actual ticket value, original ticket value, to get in and watch CAITLIN Clark play ball.
According to CAITLIN Clark, missing out on her games would be like missing a piece of history, as she believes the WNBA is currently experiencing a unique atmosphere. The pinnacle of star power is reached when one athlete not only elevates the sport, but also changes how fans spend their money on it. Fans are willing to pay several times the original ticket price just to be in the stands, showing that they're not simply watching a game, they're there to witness a live phenomenon. The venues where Clark plays have become more than just sports arenas. They are cultural hubs, buzzing with excitement and anticipation every time she steps onto the court. In addition to dedicated basketball fans, Clark attracts celebrities, casual onlookers, and even first-time visitors who don't want to miss the action. Even the nosebleed seats now come with premium prices. CAITLIN Clark is the most bankable name the WNBA has ever seen, and this is backed by market evidence, not just hype.
Sterling debut season, the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year, CAITLIN Clark in the Indiana Fever, are returning for more hoops, starting with a preseason May 3rd game. My God, that can't get her quick enough. Wait, we're 10 days out, folks.
Beyond an incredible first season, CAITLIN Clark has completely redefined what it means to be a WNBA superstar. In just 10 days on May 3rd, she'll take the court again against the Indiana Fever in their preseason match. As fans eagerly await the game, the hashtag #ClarkIsBack is already trending across social media. The excitement in the air, this isn't just another game, it's the beginning of a new chapter, is more telling than the ticket portals that nearly shut down within hours of the game's release. The WNBA is betting on Clark, and she's shouldering the weight of expectations, revenue, and the league's future. Major media corporations and advertisers are closely watching, eager to see if she can achieve what no one else has before.
Expectations are sky high for the 23-year-old point guard. Coming into 2025 in her inaugural run, Clark was instrumental in securing the Fever's first playoff berth since 2016, led the league in assists and three-pointers made. Think about that a minute. She's a rookie, led the league in assists and three-pointers made. Named to her first All-Star game and All WNBA first team. To top all those bona fides, in her sophomore season may be damn near impossible. I expect her to top all of them, to be honest with you.
CAITLIN Clark's accomplishments in her first season as a rookie at just 23 years old weren't just impressive, they were legendary. It would be remarkable, even if such a resume belonged to an experienced veteran. She led the league in assists and three-pointers made, earned a spot on the All-WNBA first team and the All-Star roster, and led the Indiana Fever to their first postseason berth in over a decade. But what about her second year? Most would argue that there's no clear path forward. How could she possibly top that?
Clark switches her game up, of course. Quote, from a basketball perspective, we have to make sure we help her diversify her defining ability so that she's not predictable. New Fever head coach Stephanie White said on the Good Follow podcast, we can't be so predictable with so much athleticism, speed, quickness, and with so much game plan geared.
No matter how brilliant CAITLIN Clark is, creativity can be stifled by repetition. Stephanie White, the new head coach of the Indiana Fever, has been clear. Clark needs to expand her skill set to avoid becoming predictable, as every opposing strategy now revolves around stopping her. She's no longer a surprise. She's at the heart of every defensive plan in the league. While Clark has already proven she can dominate with her existing skills, staying at the top will require her to become a more unpredictable player. This is a transition, both tactical and personal, from a phenomenon to a true legend. With a new coach and game plan in place, the question is whether Clark can turn her genius into an unstoppable force.
See Clark take the court live this year. The tickets are available for all the 2025 Fever games, including 7 against Angel Reese's Sky. 7 games against the Sky? That can't be right. 4 with Paige Becker's Dallas Wings, and a quartet alongside Breanna Stewart's reigning champion Liberty.
The Indiana Fever's 2025 schedule is not only thrilling, but also carries the potential for a ratings disaster. Above all, CAITLIN Clark will face Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky in 7 high-stakes games. If the Sky manage to sell out those matchups, they might want to send CAITLIN a thank you note, because despite Reese's headline-grabbing talent, it's Clark who's filling those seats. In addition to 4 pivotal games against the reigning champions, the New York Liberty, led by Breanna Stewart, Clark will also face Paige Buchers this season in what promises to be a true duel of rising stars. Clark is spearheading a revolution in the WNBA, and every time she steps onto the court, it's more than just a game, it's a statement.
August 22nd against the Lynx. Look at this, folks. There you see that. That's a game a hell of a long way off. All right? 3 months, well, 4 months away. And there are tickets available that are $945 each already. I mean, that's not even taken into account. Let's say they're first in the standings, or second, or third. In other words, you can tell this turns into a massively important playoff run kind of game. How high are these tickets going to be?
It's not just early bird demand when ticket prices for a game that's still 3 or 4 months away hit $945. It's a clear sign of extraordinary excitement. Even though the season is far from over, fans are already anticipating the August 22nd matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Minnesota Lynx as a potential early playoff showdown. What makes it even more absurd is that these prices don't even reflect the actual standings. If CAITLIN Clark continues her winning streak and the Fever are leading by then, today's prices will seem like a bargain compared to what's ahead. This proves that CAITLIN isn't just sparking conversation, she's reshaping the WNBA's supply and demand.
July 13th, this is also in Indianapolis. Dallas Wings at Indiana Fever, $1,901. Right there, courtside. $1,900.
Watch the July 13th game between the Dallas Wings and Indiana Fever in Indianapolis, where standard tickets are priced at $191. But what really shocks people is the $1,900 price tag for a courtside seat. Keep in mind, this isn't the championship or even a playoff game, it's just a regular midseason matchup. Basketball has evolved into a cultural event, one that people are eager to experience firsthand, especially when a courtside seat costs as much as a luxury vacation. Fans aren't just showing up to see how the game turns out, they're coming to witness the CAITLIN Clark phenomenon up close.
New York Liberty at Indiana Fever. Look at this. $3,433. Wow. Serious.
The $3,433 cost of tickets to a New York Liberty versus Indiana Fever game is no longer just a ticket price, it's the cost of a phenomenon. It's clear that CAITLIN Clark's involvement makes this game something far beyond a typical WNBA matchup or even an NBA Finals game. She's not just a talented athlete. When she plays for the defending champions, she becomes a force that shatters all previous league records. The $3,433 ticket is the strongest rebuttal to anyone who still views the WNBA as a niche league with a small, dedicated fan base. While the New York Liberty were already a popular team, Clark's presence elevates this matchup into an unforgettable event. We are living in a historic moment for the league as a whole.
And then we've got that game, May 17th, Chicago Sky, $3,322 and $3,460. That's pretty amazing. By the way, Angel Reese might want to be careful because those Liberty tickets are just a hair less than $30 cheaper than the game against Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky.
The $3,322 and $3,460 ticket prices for the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky game on May 17th are drawing the most attention, so high that they could make some NBA games blush. In fact, the price difference between the game against the defending champions, the New York Liberty, and the one against Angel Reese is only about $30, but it speaks volumes. An ordinary game has become one of the most expensive in WNBA history because, let's face it, fans aren't spending thousands to watch Angel Reese lose it after a poor defensive play. They're there to see CAITLIN Clark light it up. Angel Reese might want to reconsider her belief that she's the star of the show. While Reese may stir up controversy on social media, it's Clark who's causing ticket platforms to update hourly, a clear distinction between being loud and being legendary.
Of course, most of these teams have already moved games to bigger arenas, because they know what to expect when CAITLIN Clark comes to town. But that's crazy, folks. I mean, you're talking about a hell of a lot of money on ticket prices for these games.
It's almost unbelievable that a single player's popularity could lead to significant facility upgrades and logistical changes for a WNBA game, especially when ticket prices are in the hundreds. Yet, this is a phenomenon typically seen in other sports, where a rookie forces opposing teams to move entire games to larger arenas. Teams are preparing for an influx of fans willing to pay a premium to see Clark play, filling the stands whenever she visits town. CAITLIN isn't just changing the way people watch the game, she's making the entire system adapt to her influence.
I saw one of the old WNBA fandom say the other day, they've got a new thing now on CAITLIN Clark that they're mad about. Now they're pissed off because people are willing to pay up to see CAITLIN Clark, and a lot of their no-jobs having asses, they can't afford to go to games anymore.
The WNBA fan base is facing a strange conundrum. The harsh reality is that not everyone agrees with CAITLIN Clark's efforts to change the value of a WNBA game. For those accustomed to buying affordable tickets and sitting courtside, it's difficult to accept that a new audience, willing to pay thousands of dollars, is now occupying those prime spots. But that's the reality that comes with any significant change. The longtime supporters of the league, many of whom have been with it since its inception, are some of the most vocal critics of Clark's rise. She's driving up ticket prices and drawing attention in ways that some fans can't keep up with. If you can't adapt, you risk falling behind. But more than just leading the charge, Clark is uplifting an entirely new generation of WNBA fans.
CAITLIN Clark literally priced the retards out of going to see WNBA games. I mean, that's God's work right there. That really is. God bless CAITLIN Clark. Y'all can watch at home. Maybe you can catch some games on the antenna. If you turn the rabbit ears in the right direction, okay? With your old-ass cabinet.
In addition to changing the way the game is played, CAITLIN Clark is also reshaping how women's basketball is perceived. This includes skyrocketing ticket prices, game location shifts, and the frustration of loyal fans who struggle to keep up with the latest trends. One thing is clear, women's sports are having a historic moment, and it's only just beginning. There's still so much more to come, from high-stakes games to Clark's evolution in her sophomore season, not to mention the controversy and criticism that come with it. In future videos, we won't just watch Clark play, we'll witness her make history, one game at a time. Be sure to subscribe and check back often. Whether people love it or hate it, Clark is the driving force behind the WNBA's transformation. Some call it groundbreaking, while others are upset that they can no longer find cheap seats. I'll see you in the next one.